Hello, hello, my beautiful students. How are you? I hope that you are pretty fine. Welcome to this level. We are having today this video because we were waiting for the rest of the students, but now that we are here, we are going to start with the topics for this intermediate level. First of all, I would like to say welcome to this intermediate level where you are going to be learning new things. And after this level or during this level, if you want, you can get an international certification. That's going to be great for you. And during this level, we are going to be speaking more in English, okay? So if you have any question, any situation, if you think that I'm speaking a lot of English for you, please let me know. And I'm going to be helping you. I'm going to be trying to speak in more English. But if you say, no, it's okay, only in English, okay, we are going to be speaking in English, okay? Well, for that reason, we are going to start with our class. First of all, we are going to be having a general review of, well, almost everything that we were learning during the past level. The most important, the tenses, and then we are going to continue with the topics that are related to this level. Well, let me tell you that the topics that we are going to be learning and working with today are from this intermediate level. Well, let's start with this that I have here for you. Let me show you my presentation. Sample but consents. Okay, very good. Let's start. Let me make this bigger. And we are going to start, as I was telling you, with this general review that is going to be, well, pretty important for us, okay? So if you have any question, any situation, please let me know. And I'm going to be helping you. For that reason, here we go with this one. Great to see you. It is good to see you, really. Welcome, feel welcome here. This group is fantastic. You are going to be finding pretty nice partners that are going to be helping you a lot while you are walking through this path. Well, let's go. Hello. I hope that you have a wonderful day today. And remember that if you have any question, please let me know and I'm going to be helping you. Okay, let's continue with this that I have here for you. Oh my goodness. What could it be that? This is going to be fast. And if you have some questions about tenses, we are going to be talking about that. Ala one, takatatala two, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So first of all, we are going to start with the tenses, okay? It is pretty important that we can have a general review of this topic. That is going to be pretty simple, I believe. But if you have questions here, we are going to be solving them. So first of all, we are going to start with present simple. Where can I place my face? Here, I guess. So remember that at least we need to know 200 verbs. At least, yes, at least. Here you have this list where you are going to be finding the 200 most common verbs in English, but indeed that we are going to be having more verbs like this. But we can start with this little by little. Remember that is, you have a lot of vocabulary, it is going to be easier for you to express yourself. But remember that every single day it is super important that you can be learning new vocabulary. For that reason, here we go. What? 200 verbs? Yes, 200 verbs. at least. Okay, 200 verbs at least. Then we are going to continue with other things that we are going to be having in there. Well, handsomes, let's continue with this that I have here for you. What is it going to be? Well, yes, as I was telling you, yes, guys, verbs are very, very, very important because verbs are going to be everywhere, everywhere. Ya lo dijo Buzz Lightyear, tus verbos van a estar en todos lados. Well, but in order to help you with this topic, we are going to be making use of this famous family. I don't love this series. Maybe at the beginning they were having nice, well, no, let's continue with it. Okay, so as we are going to be talking about present simple or simple present, that is the same, we are going to be talking about routine and habits, okay? I hear you have these examples here. The Simpsons watch televisions. The Simpsons watch, Sarah, you cannot see me. The Simpsons watch television every day. That is going to be an example of a routine or a habit that they have. Okay, remember, present simple. We talk about habits or routines. Also here you are going to be finding the verb to be. Let me show you this. The verb to be. The verb to be is going to be here with is, are. Maybe not with the habits or the routines, but the verb to be is going to be part of the simple present, okay? Well, here we have other examples. Homer goes to work by car, or Marge usually goes to the supermarket with Maggie. Ooh, those are examples of habits and routines. And here also, you are going to be finding some frequent actions with frequency adverbs. These are going to be pretty important for us, and we are going to be talking about this topic in a moment. Always, usually, sometimes, and never. I'm going to be helping you with this, okay? Here we have another kind of examples. Bert sometimes plays football after school. Lisa always plays the saxophone. Oh, those are examples of routines or habits that they have. And also, we are going to be making use of simple present when we are talking about permanent actions. Permanent actions, yes, we are going to be having them. Or when we are going to be talking about a generally true, or when something is generally true. Sorry. Okay, but what is this permanent actions or generally true? Ooh, look at this. Exactly. The Simpsons live in Springfield. This is a permanent action or generally true. The Simpsons live in Springfield. Oh, or cats and dogs have 4 legs. Permanent actions or generally true. These are examples. And as you can see, everything is going to be in present. Well, here I have another action. Homer likes pizza very much. It's a general truth that we are going to be having. Excellent. In here, I do really love chocolate. It's a permanent action that we are going to be having, or something that is general truth. Or for example, Lisa and Bart love watching cartoon. Ay, tengo un pelito. Lisa and Bart love watching cartoons. Permanent action or generally true. Or that could it be a routine? Uy. In few words, what is the present simple? Well, As I was telling you, the simple present and also present simple or present indefinite, because this tense is going to be having different names. It's going to be a verb tense, which is used to show repetition, habit, or generalization. Let me tell you that less commonly, the simple present can be used to talk about the scheduled actions in the near future. And in some cases, actions happening now. Actions happening now. Yes, we are going to be talking about this in few classes where you are going to be having this one, future with ing and simple present. But don't worry, we are going to be learning about that, okay? So here we go. As we were having here, you have, as you can see, we have some examples. You speak English, you do not speak English. Do you speak English? Or he speaks English, he does not speak English, does he speak English? Those are examples of simple present, okay? But as I was telling you, did you see something strange in there? No? Ah, this is going to be something strange, but it is not strange because we are talking about the third person. Yes, I know, but maybe at the beginning you can say, but this is strange for me. Well, not at all, because there is like a scientific explanation about it. Okay, let's check this. Remember that the simple present and each tense is going to be having affirmative, negative, and interrogative form or way. Well, we are going to be having singulars and plurals. First of all, it's super important that you know the subject pronouns, because we are going to be having different kind of pronouns. But in this case, each pronoun is going to be having a specific name. In this case, I, you, he, she, it, we, they are going to be the subject pronouns. Yes, they are part of the personal pronouns, but they are well known as a subject pronouns. Okay, so with present simple, we are going to be having this kind of verbs. Each verb is going to be suffering the same rule, but in different way. Okay, we are going to be having the verb read. I read every day. This is your complement. You read, but be careful with these three characters or with these three subject pronouns, because remember that in affirmative, you need to add the letter S. This is a rule that in Spanish that we are going to be having yo leo, tú lees, se lee. With every pronoun, we are going to be having a different ending or a different conjugation. Well, in this case, it's going to be the same. You are going to be pretty safe with all the pronouns or subject pronouns, but with these three, remember that you need to be adding the letter S, okay? In order that we can be having something like that, I play with a ball, you play with a play, you play with a ball. Lupita, Carlos, my dog, plays with a ball, but remember that the letter S has to be here. And if you don't want to be using all these personal pronouns, don't worry. You can be making use of names, situations, places, and so on. You can be adding. Remember, you can do whatever you want with the language, but it has to be a good meaning. It has to be in context, and the grammar has to be correct. Okay, remember, with these three pronouns, subject pronouns, never ever forget to use the letter S. Only the letter S. No, not only the letter S, because you are going to be having different verbs that are going to be having a different ending. Okay, I run, you run. Luisita, or she fixes. Carlos does exercise. The dog does exercise. We do exercise. So what are you telling me, that we are going to be suffering with this? Not a lot, but yes, a little bit. Okay, because remember that we are going to be talking about the third person, but it doesn't matter, or even though that it is going to be ending with the letter S, we are going to be having other endings for these verbs. Okay, remember the three rules that we are going to be having in order to conjugate the simple present or the verbs in simple present, but with the third person. Okay, remember that if we are going to be having verbs that ends with Y, and before the letter Y, there is a consonant. Let me change this because you cannot see very well this. My presentation with because of the purple color. Let me share with you because I have more things in here, but I believe that we cannot see the letters because of this. What color do you want? This one? Yes, okay, we are going to be changing this one. Sorry for the background. Okay, we are going to be having this. Okay, remember that if I have a letter Y and before the letter Y, I have a consonant, we are going to be having bye to the letter Y, and we are going to start with the E-I-E-S. Fly becomes flies, cry becomes cries. Okay, because of the ending. If I have a Y and before the Y there is a consonant, B, C, D, F, G, whatever you want, we are going to be saying goodbye to the letter Y and saying hello to the I-E-S. For the third person, he, she, it, okay? But if we are going to be having a verb that has Y and before the letter Y, you are going to be having a vowel. Don't worry, if you have a vowel before the letter Y, there's no problem. You only add the letter S and that's it. Play, place, pray, praise. The situation is going to be here, the letter Y, and that before it could be a consonant. And also you are going to be adding ES to the verbs that are going to be ending with double S, X, SH, CH, or the letter O. For example, puzzles, catches, fixes, and pushes. Okay, those are going to be the rules that we are going to be having for the conjugation of the verbs with the third person in simple present. I know that it sounds like a tongue twister. I know, I'm sorry. Well, when we are going to be saying that no, remember that we are going to be having this do not or does not, not that, does not, or does not, no, don't, or do not, and does not, or doesn't, okay? That is the correct pronunciation. Do not, or doesn't, or does not, okay? And thanks to this does, the letter S, the letter E, I-E-S, the letter E-S, are going to be saying goodbye because now we are going to be here. It is those and endings are going to be in the auxiliary that we are going to be having this. That is going to be the negative form with some contractions or without contractions. Here we have some examples. He wants an ice cream. Does he want a strawberry? He does not want a vanilla ice cream. Ooh, that's super cool and that's super great. Oh, we are having here yes. We are having here no. Sorry, we are having this a question and we are having here a negative sentence. I mean, you are saying that no. Remember, Bye to the letter S. Thank you, does not, because everything is in here. This letter S is in here. Excellent. Bye letter S to the verbs that we are going to be having. For that reason, we are going to be having like this without the contractions, because you can remember that you can be having the contractions, the done, don't, or you are going to be having also doesn't that we are going to be having here. Okay, does not and doesn't. I do not play with a ball. You do not play with a ball. He does not, Carlos does not or doesn't play with a ball. That is going to be the negative form that we are going to be having, or in few words when we are going to be saying that no. Okay, now if we want to make a question or if we want to ask a question, we are going to be having this. Remember, singulars and plurals, okay? Singulars and plurals. And the same rule, remember that we are going to be having this one that I have here. Excellent, 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 excellent. Ready or difficult? It is going to be a kind of easy, right? Well, do I play? Do you play? Does Luis, Carlos, my neighbor, my cousin, my brother, my father, my sister? That is going to be that. Okay, so here we go. What questions do we have? Well, do I play? Remember, this is going to be my auxiliary. This is how we are going to be talking about auxiliaries. Do and does for questions. As we don't have the first question mark, only the last one, that's the reason why we are going to be having the first question mark, but as an auxiliary, not as a question mark. Do I play tennis? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Or yes, you do. No, you don't. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Depending the person who is going to be answering to these questions. That is going to be the situation that we are going to be facing. Okay. Ah. Now, here we have some examples of answers. Do I get up at 7 o'clock? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Or yes, I get up at 7 o'clock. That could it be the long answer that we are going to be having for that? Or do you have dinner at 7? Yes, I do. Yes, you do. Or maybe another, yes, she does. Oh, or no, she doesn't. Or yes, she do. That is going to be the thing that we are going to be having this. Depending who is going to be talking about. Okay, or answering to the questions. This is with do. The same is going to be happening with does. Does my sister get up at 7 o'clock? Yes, she does. Or no, she doesn't, depending. Okay, we are going to be having bye again to the letter S. Thank you, auxiliary does, that is going to be helping us here with this. One more time, the present simple. Yes, as a general review. So, this is going to be my simple present. I like cheese. I don't like cheese, or they don't like cheese, or with he, she likes the verb with S, or doesn't like without the letter S because the letter S is here. Okay, positive or negative or affirmative and negative sentences, okay? Also, when we are going to be having questions, remember that we can be having only my auxiliary, or also you can be making use of some questions words. Do you like cheese? Yes, I do. No, I doesn't. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Sorry, my dog was biting me. Or does with them, okay? Does my dog like cheese? No, it doesn't. No, answers that we are going to be having in order to answer to these questions that I have here for you. Okay, yes or no? Yes, she do. Yes, she do. She does. No, I don't. Yes, she does. Excellent. There's yes or no questions. These are general questions. Questions related to this. Okay, so these are going to be general questions only with do you, does she, does Maria, but also we are going to be having the information questions, okay, where you are going to be making use of the question words. This is when you want to give extra information, okay, about what you are saying. Sorry, my throat. We are going to be having these questions words: what, where, when, why, who, how much, how many, how long, how far, how often, how often. Okay, and remember that you are going to be making use of these questions words in order to ask for more specific information. What do you do at work? When do you go to the church? What does she do every Saturday? How often does my sister go to the dentist? No, this is for most specific information that we are going to be having. And with these questions, you are not going to be answering, yes, I do, no, I don't, no. Because with this, yes, you are going to be having the answer, yes or no, as you wish, or long question answers. But with this, you need to give very specific information in order to answer to the question that you are going to be having this. How often does my sister go to the dentist? Yes, she goes, or yes, she do. Well, actually, no. We are going to be answering like, well, she goes to the dentist every 2 weeks. Oh, that's cool. That could be a correct answer because you need to specify an answer giving more information. Here, that was the present simple use. And remember that we are going to be talking about present simple when we talk about habits, things that we do all of the time. Okay, I get the service bus at 7 every morning. That is a habit, a routine. Ali or Ali brushes his teeth before he goes to bed. Or I play football at break time. My sister goes sailing at the weekend. Oh, my husband helps me with the house. That is a habit or things that we do all of the time, okay? Also, for things that are always true, as we were saying, simple present is going to be with things that are always true. For example, the sky is blue, the earth goes around the sun, I am a student, SEV is on the Asia side of Istanbul. Tigers are big cats. School starts at 8:05 a.m. and finishes at 3:30 or 3:30. Those are going to be things that are always true. Those are facts. And remember the rules that we are going to be having here. The verbs that are going to be ending with CHS, SHOX, we are going to be adding not only the letters, but also S. Watch, watches, but remember that this is going to be with she, with he, and with it. Y si pongo mi perro, mis, no importa, estás hablando de it. Y si pongo mi novio, no importa, estás hablando de he. Si digo mi esposa, no importa, porque estás hablando de she. Todos los que tengan que ver, each pronoun, each person, each subject, or each beginning of the sentence that has to be with these three needs to have a letter S or the grammatical rules that corresponds. Okay, remember that if I have a verb that ends with Y and before there is a consonant, we are going to be saying goodbye to the Y and saying welcome to the IES. Excellent, though. That is going to be the rule, or those are going to be the rules that we are going to be having for this one. We were going to be having this exercise for you. You are going to be trying to find the mistakes and correct them, okay? I will love try to do it with you, but the situation is that I have more topics that I don't really want to show you. For example, here you're going to be having extra exercises that are going to be super easy for you and super helpful in order to be practicing this, okay? You are going to be selecting which one from these ones is going to be the correct. You can choose it and let me know, okay? And also this extra exercise that we are going to be having. You need to complement the sentences with the verbs in the correct way. Well, remember that also we were talking about the questions words. The questions words, yes. These are going to be the universal questions that we are going to be having in order to ask for more information, okay, about anything or something. These are going to be what, remember that what, and the answer tells about an object or an action, okay, where the answer for this question is going to be answering or talking about people. Who, remember that the answer is going to be about person. When is going to be for periods of time, and why is going to be for reason and explanations. Which is going to be when we have two alternatives, okay? When we need to be making a choice. Who is for a person? What is a thing or an action? When is going to be about time? Where is going to be for place? How is going to be about the way something or the way something happens or is made or do? And why is going to be for reasons? Here I have some examples, but you can be helping me with more. What do you do on Mondays? I wash my clothes. What does Luisa do on Mondays? She does her laundry. Those are going to be some examples about it. What do you think? Easy or difficult? Well, do you have any question related to this topic? Remember that if you have any question on any situation, you can let me know and I'm going to be helping you. Well, that was the simple present or present simple. Now we are going to continue with present continuous. Present continuous, what is that? It's super easy because we are going, well, this present continuous is also called present progressive or present progressive. And we are going to be talking with or working with this when we used to show an outgoing action that is happening now, right now, in this moment, or either at the moment of a speech, or now in a larger sense, okay? Be careful because this present continuous or present progressive can be used also when we are going to be talking in future. But as I was telling you, we are going to be talking about future with present in some other classes. We are going to be having some examples here, as you can see. You are watching TV, but in this moment, no? You are not, or you aren't watching TV in this moment, or are you watching TV in this moment? And some other examples. You are learning English now, nowadays, in the moment that I'm speaking in a longer sense, no? Or you are not swimming now. Are you sleeping? But in this moment, remember that this is going to be for this moment. Okay, what are you doing in this moment? No, no as a routine, not generally. Okay, as I was telling you, sometimes we are going to be making use of this as a future. This is just super extra information, like a spoiler for you. I am meeting some friends at work. This is going to be for future because it is not something that you are doing in this moment, okay? Or I'm not going to the party tonight. It is going to be for future, for near future that we are going to be having. But before we are going to be reviewing this as a present continuous, and then I'm going to be helping you with this because we need to be careful with the sense that we are going to be giving to these sentences. So isn't he coming with us tonight? It is future. Or is he visiting his parents next week? That is how we are going to be using present continuous as future. Okay. Remember that also you can be using the present continuous with words such as always or constantly in order to express an idea that used to be irritating for you or shocking because it often happens, okay? You are going to be using the words always or constantly in order to express the idea that something irritating or shocking often happens. For example, she's always coming to class late, or he's constantly talking. I wish he would be quiet, or I don't like them because they are always complaining about their lives. No, that is when you can be using this present progressive with the words always is constantly when something irritating and shocking often happens to you. You can be using this. Yes, excuse me. Remember, the verb to be with the ending ing is going to be ando yendo, yo estoy cantando, tú estás corriendo. We are watching television, but always you need to, oopsie, we need to be having this one. Oh, what's going on with my presentation? I came to the beginning. Sorry, we were here. It's okay. My verb to be, why my presentation doesn't want to be with you? I'm just kidding, this is here. Okay, but remember that as we are going to be having the verb to be and ing together, they cannot be separated. I am watching television in this moment. You are watching television. In this moment, if you want, he's watching television. You cannot say, I watching. It has to be with the verb to be. Or you are watch television. No. This is pretty specific. This is super pretty specific. Okay, in order to be talking about this, remember always your subject, your verb to be ing, and the complement that you would like to have. Do you have an example that you can give to me? You can do it, you can do it. No? Well, if I want to say that no, or if I want to ask a question, we are going to be having this. Oh, I'm playing tennis. I am not playing tennis. Am I playing tennis or am I playing basketball? You are playing basketball. Oh my goodness, I used to confuse them. For example, no, you are playing, you aren't playing. Are you playing with your niece? No, because I don't have one. That's cool. That is a situation that we are going to be facing. Tell me, easy or difficult? What do you think? Yes, I know that you already know it, but remember that we need to be having this general review. Well, we are going to continue with this. Welcome to the present continuous. It's happening here. We are going to be having certain rules that are going to be pretty important for us. Okay, we are going to be having a base form or infinitive form if you want. And when we are going to be conjugating with the ing, be careful with the rules that we are going to be having for that situation. Cook, eat, they speak, they are going to be having some troubles. Cooking, eating, speaking. But for example, if I have a verb that ends with with ing, we are going to be having this. I don't know why I cannot be having yet. If it ends with ing, with y, and before there is a vowel, no problem. The only thing that you are going to be doing is adding ing. If it ends with the letter O, don't worry, you are going to be adding only ing. But if we are going to be having words that ends with the letter E, you are going to be having goodbye to the letter E. In order to have ing, the final letter E is going to be eliminated. It's going to be, I don't know, she is not going to be in here, okay? We are going to be saying goodbye to the letter E. When the verbs ends with the letter E, layer lie. Oh my goodness, these verbs are going to be pretty common because there is going to be a specific rule in order to conjugate the verbs that ends with two vowels. We are going to be checking it. Or for example, skip, put, and swim. This is the language law, la ley del sandwichito. If you have a short verb, and in the middle you have a vowel, you are going to be duplicating the last one and adding ing. Okay, the final three letters are constant vowel, constant vowel. Constant vowel, constant, okay? That's why we have to duplicate the last letter that we are going to be having in there. Okay, so for example, in this case, I usually, my grandma on Sundays. Usually my grandma on Sundays. I usually visit my grandma on Sundays. Cool. Let's continue with the spelling. That is going to be one of the most important things that we are going to guide. Spelling rules. Remember, if we have only one syllable, where can I be here? Ending one syllable verbs, ending with one vowel and one consonant, double the last consonant. For example, run, sandwich rule, o sea, la ley del sandwichito, consonante, vocal, consonante. You are going to be duplicating the other one. Running, swim, consonant, vowel, consonant, swimming, duplicating. Could, vowel, consonant, sorry, consonant, vowel, consonant, double letter T, cutting. That is a rule that we are going to be following. Okay, but be careful because if your verb has two syllables and the stress is in the last one, we are going to double the last consonant too. For example, begin, beginning, begin, beginning, because the stress is in the begin. Begin, and we are going to be having two letters equal as at the end. And also, if we have verbs that ends with the letter L, we are going to be duplicating the letter L. Like, for example, travel, traveling. Cancel, canceling with the double E. L. Okay. And if you have verbs that ends with a silent E, we are going to drop this last E, and we are going to be adding ing. Oh, and also the verb that ends with IE, we are going to change it to die. Esta no te la sabías, ¿verdad? ¿A poco no te sabías las reglas del ING para la escritura? Yes, these are going to be some of them. It is super important that you can know them and use them. Very well. So these rules are going to be super important. But remember that if I have verbs that end with IE, we are going to be having goodbye to IE, and we are going to be changing them into Y. Die, dying, lie, lying. That's why the reason we were having this. Lie, lying, lie, lying. What do you think? It is not so difficult, right? And this is the present continuous that we are going to be having. Remember, we use the present continuous tense when we want to talk about activities that are happening now. She's playing chess at the moment. Or we can use the present continuous tense to talk about activities happening right now. And not necessarily in this very moment as we were talking at the beginning. Okay, this is how we are going to be forming our present continuous. Excellent. Super cool. She's playing. It is playing. We are playing. You are playing, or they are playing in affirmative. Skate. He's skating. They are swimming, but with double M because we are going to say goodbye to this. Excellent. And here we have the sandwichito slow. Or he's running, he's running. For negative, we are going to be having all these situations. He's playing, he's not playing, she's playing, she isn't playing in this moment. It is playing, we are playing, they are playing. If I say they are playing, they are not playing. The only thing that we need to do is the not. And this is going to be the interrogative way. Okay, with short answers, but you can be giving long answers. Is he playing? Is she playing? Is it playing? The short answers also are there. Yes, he's or she is. No, he's or she isn't. Yes, we are playing. No, we are not playing. What do you think? That was present progressive or present continuous. I know. But we are going to continue with past simple. Recuerda que tienes unos ejercicios para elaborar aquí en la diapositiva, ¿sale? Till this moment, easy or difficult? No, right? Now, in the verb, in the past simple, now we are going to continue with the past simple super quick. We are going to be having the verb to be. That is going to be was and were, no, am, is, are, no. We are going to be saying goodbye to that. And remember that in past, I am is going to be changing into what. We are going to, they are going to be changing from are to were. And he, she is going to be changing from is to was. Only two verbs that we need to learn in English in past. with the verb to be was and were. Remember that with the singulars, we are going to be having was, and with the plurals, you could it be taken as a plural because remember that it means different things. We are going to be having were. Yo fui, yo estuve. Now, I was happy, I wasn't happy. Was I happy? My husband was tired. He wasn't tired. Was he tired? Well, what was he doing? ¿Qué estuvo haciendo? No, that this is a glorious verb to be, but in past. And here we go. Oh, I repeat it again, sorry. Here we are going to be having some examples. I was at school yesterday. We were quick. Were you thirsty? Was she your friend? They weren't at the party. She wasn't sad. Cool. And here is the negative in a contraction. Wasn't. The only thing that I need to do is to join or match the not. But well, I'm going to stop till here because I know that it is a lot of information. Remember that we need to have a general review about this in order to be helping you in a better way. But till this moment, tell me, what questions do you want? What situations? Something that you would like to add? We are not going to be having so boring classes, promise, but for today, it is super important that we can be having this general review for everything because maybe you are new, but you don't remember this because if we don't have the review, then we are going to be suffering because there are certain things that we don't know. Okay, tomorrow we are going to continue with this, my beautiful and handsome students. If you have any question, any situation, please, let me know and I'm going to be helping you. Acuérdate que como es en intermedia, ya te tengo que hablar más en inglés, pero tú dame la pausa y dime, no, Miss, todavía no. Háblenos un poquito más en español y bueno, estaremos ahí viendo qué onda sale, ¿vale? Okay, handsome and beautifuls. I have to say goodbye. But I promise that first, God, I will see you tomorrow in our next class. Have a wonderful day and enjoy it. Bye.